Hi, and welcome to another video in our Law of Attraction and Manifestation series. I hope you've been keeping up with the videos so far and enjoying the content that we are creating for you. One we've been talking about, particularly in the last week, we were talking about release and releasing resistance to our manifestations. And along the same kind of theme, I want to talk about release again today, but this time I want to talk about releasing of control, letting go of control. Okay, as usual, I'm going to just refer to some notes because there's quite a big topic and I don't really want to miss anything important out. So bear with me while I'm doing that. So let's get started. Let's talk about control and what is really behind the need for us to control. And it's so simple and it's not surprising. It's fear. Fear is behind our need to control. Fear is at the root of pretty much all of our manifestation problems, to be perfectly honest. And when you think about it, it is particularly prevalent when it comes to controlling outcomes. Why? Well, we fear that we won't get what we want. So we want to kind of do everything we can to make sure that we do. And if we try hard enough, we might be able to make the manifestation happen quicker. If we plot, plan, strategize, manipulate and troubleshoot, if we do it all right and we get all of those elements right, we'll get what we want and we'll finally be happy. There's a couple of problems here. Number one, we struggle to see the infinite possibilities of how the things that we want can arrive to us. Some that we can feel, hear and touch, right? Our brains simply cannot process the sheer amount of ways that our desires and dreams and goals can come into our reality. So what we tend to do is we focus on maybe one or two that we can comprehend, we can process, and we try to control every aspect of making that happen. We often, in doing that, then close our eyes and our minds to other opportunities, some that are staring us right in the face. But here's the thing. The more you allow yourself to entertain the possibility of infinite possibilities, the easier you will find to detach and stop trying to force things to happen. Stop trying to control every facet of your life. Now, for me, this is a massive thing that I've had to really work on, and I'm still not, I would say, properly really worked on it. I do have to continue to work on that, like letting go and that need to have control. And it does come from a fear. It does come from a fear that things will go wrong if I'm not on top of things, right? And that involves us doing a little bit of inner work to get to the root of that problem, and I'll come on to that in a little bit. Let me just give you this example that kind of explains what I mean. So think of this then. If you were to order a pizza from the local pizzeria and it was going to be delivered to your home, you would just, pick up the phone, make your order, potentially pay for your order over the phone, and then you just wait, don't you? You wait for it to arrive. You don't start trying to control how the pizza will be prepared, how the pizza bakes in the oven. You don't control where the toppings are going to be placed. You don't control the route the delivery driver takes to bring it to your home, right? You don't do any of that, right? You put your order in and you sit and you wait and you trust that it's going to arrive when you need it to. You kind of forget about it and you let it go. You've done your job. You've done as much as you can in the steps to take to bring something that you want into your reality. You've ordered the damn pizza. Wait for it to arrive. And we have no problem with doing that. But apply that same principle to those manifestations and see the difference that that will have in terms of how you will feel about those manifestations, but also how quickly they come into your reality. So, the other problem I mentioned, there's two problems, is that we attach our good feelings to external sources. I think I have touched on this before. So, this is about us not feeling that we think we can feel happy until we get the thing, until we have our desire in our hands, until we can feel, hear, see, touch it. No. You have to feel good now, before, not then, not afterwards. You have to get in the energy of feeling good now. from within yourself, and don't search for external sources to make you feel that way, to make you feel better. Essentially, when we look outside ourselves for things that make us feel happy, what we're really doing is we're avoiding looking deeper within ourselves. We don't want to do the inner work, so we adopt an action-orientated approach in the hopes that doing will let us off the hook of being and feeling. We always want the juice without the squeeze. So what things do we do? Well, we make vision boards, we say affirmations, we practice gratitude, we meditate, we make jars, we make boxes, we do all sorts of things, thinking that that's going to be enough because we're doing stuff. And then we think that the manifestation will actually fix the stuff that we're avoiding, right? So here's a few tips to help you, because clearly that's not the way this works, right? These affirmations, the gratitude journals, the vision boards, the visualizations, the meditations, all of those, brilliant, absolutely amazing for boosting the power of your manifestations. But they're tools, because law of attraction isn't something you do, it's something you are, it's something you feel. And you have to become the energy that's allowing you to release resistance, release control. And you're using these tools, these techniques, these tricks, these hacks, whatever we want to call it, as things to help us remain or stay in the vibration of allowing and receiving, right? Okay. So the first thing you need to do is remember this. When it comes to letting go of attachment and trying to control outcomes, the most important thing you need to remember is that your mind does not understand infinite possibility. It only acknowledges what has already happened, what is right in front of you. It cannot formulate anything beyond that, and it doesn't exist in your mind, right? It doesn't exist because it can't think of it yet. But because your mind can't see it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And the more you allow yourself to entertain the possibility of infinite possibilities, the easier you will find it to detach and stop trying to force things to happen. Stop trying to control every aspect of your life. The other thing to remember is that fear equals lack of trust. But it's this trust, this faith, that's a necessary part of the equation. And the trust has to come before we start seeing these universal laws playing out in real time in our own lives. You have to trust that there is something to the intuitive resonance you feel when you desire something. You have to trust the intuitive resonance you feel with the idea that the universe is set up to work for you, not against you. You are co-creating your own reality, right? You have to trust the good feelings you get from these beliefs that make you feel really good and empowered. And if you have that, the faith and the trust, there is no fear, there is no control, and guess what? You will see, feel, hear, and touch the things you desire with relative ease. Hopefully, that has helped. And it's a big one, right? It's not easy to overcome a lack of a need to control or a fear. But actually, there is no shortcut around this. You have to go deep within and do the work. It's not going to be enough for you to pop your dream home, your dream car, your dream partner, piles of cash, whatever it might be, on a vision board and expect it to magically appear in your reality. You have to sort of be aware, uncover the blocks and the barriers, the fears, the need to control outcomes. You need to sort all of that out. And if you need help in doing all of that, I am here for you. Please do reach out to me. All my contact details are below. Come and join my free Facebook social community. We have lots of content and ideas in there to help people with these kinds of things. I specialise in helping people face shadows, remove limiting beliefs, uncover deep ingrained fears to help you live a life much better, much happier. And I'll be more than happy to help you. So, Thank you very much for listening and watching. Hope you've enjoyed that. Please comment down below and I will see you in another video. Bye.